What's going on, people? Greetings. So let's get right into it. Fidelity Investments the other day, just some news was leaked recently about how Fidelity is, how they will allow institutional investors to trade using their platform. They'll allow their institutional investors to trade with Bitcoin, and this is supposed to start within a few weeks, right? So, they're talking about spending $7 trillion on the market. And this is why, I've been trying to kind of wrap my head around these numbers, because the math in terms of, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, these things really boil down to zeros and ones. They boil down to numbers. Okay? The market right now, as from when I last looked, saw the market, the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin's cap was worth about $107 billion or so. Okay? Bitcoin in the world, the entire world, was worth about $107 billion. Now, let's do this. Bitcoin, 107 billion, right? Just a rough average. And there are about 17,690,000 or so Bitcoins that have been mined. Not just circulated, but mined. I'm not going to say circulated because people also believe that there are about 3 to 4 million Bitcoins that have been lost and will never be recovered. So let's just, for the sake of argument, just, go by the numbers of coins that have been mined up to date, which is around, I'm just going to give an estimate right now, 17,690,000. So we're going to divide 107 billion by 17, the amount of Bitcoins that have been mined, which is 17,690,000. And our answer is, 6,048. Now this gives everyone or person who's interested the price of Bitcoin, right? An average or rough estimate on the price of a Bitcoin and how much it would cost today or any day, right? That's how you get a good idea of what you're working with, or what the numbers are as far as the price per Bitcoin in US dollars. So now, going back to what Fidelity is about to do, let's do the math on that. 7 trillion divided by the number of Bitcoin that have been mined, which is 17,690,000. And your answer is 395,703. Okay. So this would technically be the price of Bitcoin if $7 trillion were to be poured into the market. If Bitcoin would have a $7 trillion market capitalization, in the number of $7 trillion, each coin, by virtue of the amount that was ever minted, or I would say mined, not minted, 17,690,000, the price per coin in USD would be $395,703. Now, I could see why this is an example of why certain experts in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in general are bullish on Bitcoin. They believe that Bitcoin right now is extremely undervalued, right? 6,000 versus 395,000. We already know that's a huge difference. So they're saying that right now people should at least buy one Bitcoin if they can. And they're also saying that, well, this is also popular information. Bitcoin is not a unit that you need to just buy one unit. You can buy divisions of Bitcoin or fractions or pieces of Bitcoin. Okay? This is not financial advice, by the way. I'm not a financial advisor. Use this information and do what you will, but it's your choice. You decide what to do with yourself, your information. Take it from there. This is all. I'm sharing information with the world regarding this. Common man. I'm just a common person, so I'm just giving it away the same way like how I receive it. Why not? So look at these numbers. $395,703. If the hard cap, if the market cap for Bitcoin was $7 trillion, these are the numbers that Bitcoin would be, give or take, would be worth in USD, United States dollars. Incredible. Incredible. This is why also, at $6,000, many people can't afford that. Many people can't afford to just spend $6,000 on something that that they need, much less cryptocurrency. Okay, I'm not downplaying. I'm not trying to spread FUD or fear, uncertainty, or doubt. This is not what I'm doing. I'm being real. So when these numbers inflate or increase, not inflate in a bad way, but when these numbers exponentially increase and becomes more expensive to the tune of 6 figures and even 7 figures, some people talk about multi-million-dollar Bitcoins, this will definitely be something that not only will it be scarce, it will be scarce for generations. People will not be able to obtain or acquire one whole coin, folks, by virtue of math. It's not about anything else, but by virtue of math, the numbers don't lie. These Bitcoin numbers are not lying. Folks are saying within a certain amount of time, you'll see $10,000 Bitcoin, 15,000, 50, 100,000, a million, 10 million. These numbers, 100 million, I've heard. Like it's what I'm seeing is how people are really saying that what's impossible is possible within the cryptocurrency market. They're saying the all-time high of Bitcoin that happened in December 2017, that all-time high will pale in comparison to what's to come. And $7 trillion is nothing to sneeze at. It's nothing to take lightly. But if Fidelity, a Wall Street type of institution or a representative comes into this market and you're seeing numbers of 7 trillion, the cryptocurrency market is not even $250 billion right now. It's only about 188 or 89 billion dollars. And Fidelity is talking about utilizing $7 trillion into the market and to specifically trade Bitcoin. And going back to what I said before, people call it a scam. People call it worthless. People say Bitcoin has no value. People say it's garbage. People call it rat poison. People say it's a fraud, Ponzi scheme, whatever. Right? What is it backed by? All kinds of story, all kinds of... But then you're also seeing these conglomerates, these financial institutions that have an incredible amount of assets under management. They are custodial agents for huge amounts of wealth, pension funds, all types of securities, and Fidelity is a powerhouse in the asset under management scheme or game. And if they're willing to spend $7 trillion, what's that, a third of the debt, of the US debt? something like that. They say the debt is about 22 trillion. I don't know. Who knows? I'm not an economist. If someone who is could, verify, it'll be appreciated. But this is what I'm saying. It's what it is. Numbers don't lie, people. The numbers don't lie. I know this is a bit flawed, but I'm just, it's like when you play with these numbers and you see what's out there and you see what can be, you're just, this is jaw dropping. It's crazy. $395,000 Bitcoin. Meanwhile, right now it's 6,000. At one point, it was less than a fraction of a cent. Wow. It's true when they say humanity hasn't seen anything like this. People are not lying. Take care, folks. Let me know what your thoughts are. Just be informed, just sharing information regarding this cryptocurrency space. It's getting some traction. Okay. I'm just sharing it because someone I met a long time ago, a wise older colleague of mine, brought this to my attention years ago, and I just played it. I just kind of like shrugged it off and just thought this was just some type of, digital coin thing that you only use when you're playing online casino gambling games. I was just ignorant to it all. And this was back in, I guess, 2011. Ignorant to it all. And now I'm really trying to figure things out and understand what's going on, because Bitcoin is really, it starts from simple beginnings, but it can be quite complicated. And I know I'm rambling and I'm talking a lot, but this is for the future viewers, actually, because the masses in the world are not really connected the way that the few are yet, I would say. They're saying that there are only like maybe 100 million people in the world that are knowledgeable or trading with Bitcoin as per localbitcoins.com and these other, and the exchanges, and I don't know how they really are able to quantify the figures or the data, but we have 7 billion people in the world, and you're talking about only maybe about 100 million people are engaging in Bitcoin. Imagine when a billion. Imagine when Facebook issues their Libra coin project, and Facebook has billions of, users. Imagine what effect that'll bring to the market, or awareness that'll bring to the masses who, are just not aware or just simply don't know. Facebook is not going anywhere, people. People can say anything they want about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is whatever it is you want it to be, but it doesn't seem like it's going to disappear. So I didn't understand Facebook in the beginning. I didn't understand stuff like MySpace. I didn't understand the internet in the beginning, and much less years later with, the advent of social media platforms, MySpace and etc., Facebook. But as time goes by, we're going to see. We're going to see this thing is going to be here to stay, and it'll only evolve. It'll become, I guess, a more privacy type of coin, and, you won't be able to track transactions to and from, sending and receiving and whatever. Who knows? But that's how technology is. And again, take care, people. Be well, stay safe and be informed.